Right, now time for Heat 3, X30 Senior C versus F. There is the grid. It's Tudiska and Louis on the front row. Revs rise, lights are out. We're underway for 10 minutes. Plus an additional lap. Alessandro Tudiska, the man from RSD Karting, leads the field, followed by Matthias van der Kerkhoff as they all filter their way through into turns 1 and 2. We've got a spinner at the back end of the field, but the elbows are out and well and truly sharpened. But the whole shot was definitely taken by the Belgian, the 265 of Alessandro Tudiska, who, when I spoke to him this morning, was all smiles and said, I'm really, really looking forward to this weekend. He said, I know about the final next week at Marienborg for Iame Series Benelux, but this is an event I want to win. And that just shows how much it means to these drivers. So they come through sector number 2 down the back stretch into the final couple of corners here at Le Mans. For Heat 3 X30 Senior, Tudiska has a lead. Matthias van der Kerkhoff rounds out the top 2. Third, it's Premium Karting's Morgan Moore, who's got Yanni Bouillet up the inside. The PJM driver gets through. And there's a Lando Norris kart that gets its way through. Marcus Gloom from Euro Karting makes his way through up into 4th place. Brilliant exchanges early doors. So Morgan Moore was in 3rd, now finds himself being chased by Otto Paikkonen, the flying Finn from Eichmann's Grand Prix racing team. Steven Salvar has moved up 10 places and is running 7th ahead of Victor Louis. Midi Lassued, who won the opening heat of the weekend, down in 9th ahead of Hugo Lacroix. Adam Rahali down to 11th. Ruben Moya, Fred Green, Roberto Baz, and Tobias Norman from the Rave Racing team up 12 spots, now rounds out the top 15. Tudiska getting his head down, opening up an advantage of over 7/10 of a second. As that is 7/10 of a second after what? A matter of a couple of laps, to be honest with you. So we are on to lap number 3 here at Le Mans, and more to the point, it is really starting to get a bit too close for comfort for Matthias van der Kerkhoff. Yanni Bouillet, the PJM driver in the 218, is closing up quickly. And he's got some real speed on that chassis underneath him, and just behind Eurokarting's Marcus Gloom, completing the top 4. Otto Paikkonen now up into 5th place past Premium Karting's Morgan Moore. So other drivers that have made some inroads. Ilie Prouveau up from 30th, now 23rd. Fastavit up 3 places to 26. Charles Lambert from the KBK competition team, now up 4 spots to 28th place. But at the moment, Marcus Gloom trying to hold off the advances of Finland's Otto Paikkonen. And Paikkonen is really starting to chomp at the bit, has got the bit between his teeth, but that is not going to help him if he's still got Morgan Moore right up his exhaust pipe. And that is clearly what is happening at the moment. Paikkonen tries to look for the opportunity to get through, and he does. That's a great move there by the Finnish driver. Now down the back stretch, once again they go, and it's going to be very, very much the case of who's going to dive out. Oh, great move there by Morgan Moore up the inside of Marcus Gloom. That's now 5th. So more to the point, it is really the case of who wants it the most. Meantime, Midi Lassued has now gotten up to 7th place. Tobias Norman now up into and is moving up the top 15. Now up to 14th place is Norman for the Rave Racing team. Tudiska still holding on to a lead of about 6/10 of a second, and is now heading into the far part of the circuit onto the cambered double left, which then leads them through into the right and onto the back straightaway here at Le Mans. So Ruben Moya for the Pantano Racing team, purple sector 1. Otto Paikkonen, purple sector 2, currently running 4th. And there is going to be a move. Victor Louis succumbs to the advances of Ruben Moya from Spain for the Pantano Racing team. That is a change now for 9th. Coming up towards the second half of this 10-minute plus an additional lap encounter. Tudiska leads by half a second. Van der Kerkhoff, Bouillet, Baikkonen, Moore, Gloom, Lassued, Servin, Moya, Louis and Fred Green round out the top 11. And there is one cart stricken. That's Evan Magnier for GLP in the 324 and is out on the end of the back straightaway. So a real shame there. Evan Magnier started in 12th place outside of row 6, and the race has gone from bad to worse, unfortunately. But at the moment, well, Matthias van der Kerkhoff has just put in a first sector that was nearly 0.2 of a second quicker than Alessandro Tudisca from RSD Karting. Tudisca leads us over the line once again to complete another lap. 4.5 minutes to go. Mehdi Lassued, new fastest lap of the race, now up into 7th, 52.767, the Kart 45 driver. But now Van der Kerkhoff are waiting to strike, waiting to pull the pin on the grenade and throw it. And Tudisca holding station, holding his nerve. Very, very much the case. Alessandro is a wonderful character behind the scenes, always smiling. You know, Italian-style goatee, but with a big old ponytail. You know, aside from convention where you see a lot of drivers, you know, it's like the short sort of haircut with the big long fringe, like say Ollie Behrman in Formula 1 and Formula 2. But Tudisca, he's a character all his own. Van der Kerkhoff in his own right is now starting to try and close on in for the race lead. Gap was 0.27. It's now been halved. Van der Kerkhoff senses a little bit of blood in the water with Tudisca right in front of him.
3 minutes 30 plus un tour avant la conclusion de cette manche. Et la bataille est on ne peut plus chaude pour l'instant entre Tudisca et Matthias van der Kerkhoff. RSD Karting contre Victory Lane. La Belgique contre la France. On se croirait un remake d'une certaine rencontre de football au plus haut niveau. On n'en est pas là. On parle karting et pas ballon rond. Mais quoi qu'il en soit, Tudisca contre van der Kerkhoff. Qui l'emportera dans ce match à 2? Yanis Bouillet qui mène le deuxième train juste devant Otto Pikkonen, 3 et 4, Morgan Moore, Mehdi Lassued qui a perdu 2 places, 6e seulement. Van der Kerkhoff qui reste sagement en embuscade derrière le pilote du team RSD, le pilote belge. Il va voir ce qu'il peut faire éventuellement dans cette épreuve. Il prend bien soin certainement de ne pas se précipiter. Et au moment où je parle, l'aspiration, le trou s'ouvre et c'était la porte, évidemment la corde qui lui tordait les bras. Matthias van der Kerkhoff qui prend la tête des hostilités. C'est évidemment tout à fait stratégique de la part d'Alessandro Tudisca. Il a suffisamment d'expérience pour ne pas se faire avoir de la sorte. Et vous vous demandez peut-être, tiens, c'était le genre de dépassement qui était assez facile pour Matthias van der Kerkhoff. Il y a une bonne raison à ça, c'est que Tudisca le sentait venir, a préféré le laisser passer plutôt de risquer une conduite défensive qui lui ferait perdre du temps et qui permettrait à ses poursuivants de recoller. Pour l'instant, il est en mode contrôle. Alessandro Tudisca, il va certainement renvoyer la monnaie de sa pièce à Matthias van der Kerkhoff, le tout de savoir quand et à quel endroit, et dans l'intervalle ne pas se laisser distancer, parce que c'est bien beau de jouer avec le feu, mais dans le chef de Tudisca, il faut certainement conserver le rythme. Et en termes de tour-retour respectifs, Van der Kerkhoff était légèrement plus rapide, on parle de quelques centièmes de seconde, donc pas vraiment de quoi s'inquiéter. 2 dixièmes qui les séparent, avec encore 2 minutes et un tour, donc rien n'est joué encore dans cette manche qualificative. Van der Kerkhoff contre Tudisca, alors que derrière, nous avons, je crois, Marcus Glum qui a perdu une place au profit de Steven Servant, 7 et 8 respectivement, devant Ruben Moya. Et en 10e position, Fred Green. Victor Louis, malheureusement pour le pilote belge, rien ne va dans cette manche. 10 places de perdu, il était sur la première ligne de la grille de départ aux côtés de Tudisca. Se retrouve 12e malheureusement pour lui. Et à l'inverse, un qui remonte de plus belle depuis les tréfonds du classement, c'est Tobias Norman. 14 positions de remontée pour le pilote Rave Racing, qui pour l'instant est 13e et est occupé à bousculer un petit peu le top 10, alors que ça passe à la corde. Superbe manœuvre là-bas. C'était Otto Pikkonen, je pense, sur Yanis Bouillet pour la 3e place.
Yes, it was. The 203 from Finland doing a really, really good job, but is leading another trio behind him. So Pikkonen is third. Bouillet, Moore and Lassued, the opening heat winner of the weekend. So Lassued on that Sodi kart, which has been very, very quick around this circuit. We saw that in the opening heat of the weekend. And of course, we will have 2 more X30 senior heats to close out the on-track action later on this afternoon. But Lassued trying to put the frighteners on a little bit on Morgan Moore. He nearly made a little bit of a mistake coming out of turn number 7. But we are coming down to what will be, well, at the rate they're going, just under 30 seconds to go. Van der Kerkhoff and Tudisca, well, they were nearly 0.3 of a second apart after the previous lap. So it will be 1 and 1 more. So out of the final corner come the two leaders. There's the quartet battling over P3. 2 laps to go. And now Tudiska is the hunter rather than the hunted. Very discreet as there goes Morgan Moore up the inside of Yanni Bouillet through at turn 2. That was a neat move from the driver representing premium karting from the United Kingdom. That was a great move. Morgan Moore just went for it. And there goes La Suède. So, insult to injury for Yanni Bouillet on that particular occasion, but the timer has struck 0. Penultimate lap underway, and La Suède has the fastest lap in the pocket, but Tudiska is going to have one more lap to try and see if he can get past Van der Kerkhoff. If he can be within a 1/10 and a half of him on the start-finish straight across the line, which we're going to find out now. If he's not that close, Van der Kerkhoff has got it in the bag. Last lap underway, nearly 2.5 tenths, while Tudiska's got to make it up in the twisty stuff.
Ça va être compliqué, j'en ai bien peur pour Alessandro Tudiska, à moins de trouver une petite clé qui lui permettrait d'aller le chercher son adversaire, Matthias Van der Kerkhoff, à la corde du virage. Le secteur numéro 2 pour Eliade. Il avait l'air beaucoup plus véloce dans le milieu du circuit. Alessandro Tudiska, alors qu'on suit la bagarre pour la deuxième place entre ces quatre-là, avec Pikkonen, Moore, La Suède et Yannis Bouillet. Pour l'instant, ça, à mon avis, ça ne bougera plus des masses, même si La Suède semble très menaçant au volant de son châssis Audi kart. Il tend de l'extérieur à l'entrée du banking. La porte est fermée. Je ne pense pas qu'il aura suffisamment de rythme. Il continue en sortie. Peut-être que l'aspiration pourra lui permettre de surprendre son adversaire. Le voilà qui se décale, le pilote Audi kart. Mais Moore n'entend pas de cette oreille et ferme la porte, le pilote premium. Et ça pourrait permettre à Yannis Bouillet de surprendre Amine Soud dans les derniers instants. Oh, ça se touche légèrement. Est-ce que ça se tamponne au niveau de la chicane? Il n'en sera rien. Et pendant ce temps-là, Matthias Van der Kerkhoff l'emporte devant Alessandro Tudiska.
Otto Pikkonen rounding out the top 3. So Matthias Van der Kerkhoff from Victory Lane picks up his first qualifying heat win of the weekend by just over 0.2 of a second. RSD Karting's Alessandro Tudiska. Eichmann's Grand Prix racing team Otto Pikkonen takes P3 ahead of Morgan Moore from Premium Karting. And Kart 45's Midi La Suède taking 5th, and also with it taking the fastest lap of the race. What a run by Otto Pikkonen, however, from the inside of row number 6, 11th spot, and ends up P3. Morgan Moore, Mehdi La Suède, Yanni Bouillet, Steven Servant round out the top 7. Marcus Gloom, Fred Green, and Hugo Lacroix round out the top 10. Great run by Have Racing Teams. Tobias Norman from Denmark at 16 places from 27th to finish 11th. Victor Louis, who had a very difficult race, let's be completely honest. Titouan Liscali, Roberto Bars, Adam Rahali round out the top 15. Andres Devetsoglu 16th, head of Oliver James Rands. Then we've got Mathis Aumetre, Ilie Prouveau, Maxiamiano Radek running at the top 20. Lars Vennick, Jan Mochalski, Charles Lambert, Falstavit. Then we got Marcel Matjevic, Monty Braithwaite. Then we got Arthur Goncalves, François David Fontaine, Keanu Wellens, Victor Aguerta, Rafael Dao, Mathis Molinier rounding out the finishers. Ruben Moya out with 2 laps to go, and Evan Meunier out with 9 laps remaining.